Hello, everybody, and welcome to the WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament edition of Prep Rally with Dennis Semrau. I'm Rob Hernandez, and Dennis, we're here in the Kohl Center. Not sure how many more years we'll be here for the State Boys Basketball Tournament. That's still to be determined, but we do know that this year's tournament will be one for the ages. I mean, we've got some great matchups, some great athletes, basketball players coming to the Kohl Center here this week. But let's start first with the best storyline. And there's a bunch involving local teams. You got one that you could pick from that bunch?
Well, first of all, we have some teams, first-timers. DeForest has never been here before. And also Marshall celebrating the 10th anniversary of their state tournament in 2002. Lodi's never been here before. And we possibly could have Lodi and Marshall, the Capital Conference North, Capital Conference South champions, meeting in the finals.
That would be a great thing to watch for the area. Another great storyline to watch, the trip to the state tournament here for the Cuba City Cubans and their legendary coach, Jerry Pettigrew, the winningest coach of all time, has one of his best teams, Dennis, here at the state tournament. And a lot of anticipation building for how good this team can be and whether Jerry Pettigrew, who may or may not be back next year, we don't know yet, whether his team could send him out if he isn't with a state title. But a tough road to go for the Cubans.
800th win during the season. They've won 19 straight since then. And again, this is probably the best team that he's had. But again, you have to go through possibly Whitefish Bay Dominican in the finals if they get there.
And we'll get to some of our best games in a minute. But let's go best players. Dennis, two guys who will be coming to play basketball here at the University of Wisconsin for sure. In the field this year. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Sam Decker and Zach Showalter?
Well, first of all, the coaches' sons, both of them, their dads are going to be here too, so that's a great time. Decker is the only scholarship recruit for the Badgers coming in, a 6'8" forward, averaging a double-double. He's just an outstanding player, one of the top players in the country. Didn't make the McDonald's All-America game. That's a little incentive for him to earn a state title. Showalter is going to be coming here as a preferred walk-on. I believe he could probably play at a lot of other schools, but he wants to be a Badger, and he's an outstanding guard, a 4-year starter, and it'll be great to see him playing against Madison Memorial.
A couple guys also on the Badgers' wish list coming to the state tournament. Whitefish Bay Dominican freshman Diamond Stone, 6'9", forward for the Knights, will be playing in the Division IV field. And in Division II, Matt Thomas, a junior Dennis from Onalaska, has opened a lot of eyes, already has a lot of offers, hasn't committed yet, but he's a guy that right up there with Bronson Koenig of Aquinas, who we saw at the state tournament a year ago, has a lot of skills, and I tell you what, the Badgers love to have him.
And you mentioned Koenig, who is verbally committed to come here. And also, Coach Pettigrew said of Stone, if you don't get Dominican this year, could be a while because he's going to be around for 3 more years.
They're only going to get better. Best games in the tournament, Dennis, I think one that we look forward to already in the semifinals Friday night, Division I, Germantown Madison Memorial. They've been right at the top of the rankings all year, but that could be one that fills this place.
We've been waiting for that one for a year, actually, because Germantown lost a heartbreaker, kind of a disputed call at the end of their game a year ago. Memorial, 9 straight times here. That's kind of a team you wonder how many people are going to be rooting against Memorial because they've been here so long. They are the defending state champ. But when was the last time they were an underdog?
That's right.
Germantown's been number 1 all year.
Unbeaten since their loss last year in the Super Tuesday game is Germantown to Appleton East on a controversial buzzer beater up at the Kohl Center in Oshkosh. They're here at the Kohl Center this year. One of the games I'm looking forward to, if it comes to be, is if Cuba City and Dominican can hook up in the finals. Cuba City with a tough first-round game against Oshkosh Lourdes. Dominican has to get past Colfax, but Jerry Pettigrew, who's long had some troubles with the private schools both on and off the court in terms of them being in their division, has to beat 2 to get a state title. But a lot of people would like to see his athletic Cuban team against a very deep, very talented Dominican team, and that would be a great state championship game late Saturday afternoon.
Well, you've got a pair of guards that have scored over 1,000 points for Dominican, plus, again, Diamond Stone, who's just an outstanding post player. And with Cuba City, I mean, what can you say about Jerry's team and his program for the years? He's been a TV broadcaster here. For him to be here as a coach, this is a treat.
Yep, and he's got great talent of his own in Corey Vossen, I think a most underrated player, a very underrated player here, and probably the most underrated player in the tournament. So chance for Corey Vossen to show what he's all about for the Cuba City Cubans. Finally, Dennis, state championship material, any area teams that stand out to you as having the best chance to walk out of here with a gold ball?
Well, until you take it away, Madison Memorial is the state champ. And that's what they've said 9 years in a row when they won the Big 8 conference. Germantown, though, it definitely comes in as the favorite, I think, in that one. Look out for Milwaukee King. Jim Gaz is back, first team since 2007. They always do very well here. I'd like to see a Capital Conference final. It would be great for us, especially from a local standpoint. And again, Marshall won that title 10 years ago. And then, again, the Cuba City Dominican, boy, I'll tell you. But again, you mentioned Vossen. Brandon Stafile, I have to say him for DeForest. That's a guy that a lot of people like to see. He's carried the team on his back basically to get here, one of 4 seniors.
Well, we'll see if Stafile can bring DeForest to a state title. I like the chances of Lodi. I think Lodi's kind of flown under the radar. They had some injury issues mid-season. They picked up a couple losses, so they weren't at the top of everybody's mind. They upset East Troy, and many thought was going to be a team that was going to, at least get to the state tournament, if not walk through this place. But I think Lodi has got a lot of karma going for it. It is their first time. That could be a factor. But I'm watching Lodi as being the one area team that could walk out of here with the gold ball on Saturday. Dennis?
Coach Hauser, Portage.
He's
got a little track record coming to state.
He sure does. So we'll see if that plays a factor in the state tournament. We'll see how many of these storylines unfold and to what degree here at the Kohl Center. It should be a fantastic WIAA State Boys State Tournament here, the 97th edition. It all starts Thursday afternoon at 1:35 at the Kohl Center. For Dennis Semrau, I'm Rob Hernandez. Thanks for watching our State Tournament edition of Prep Rally.